Good morning, back to another day of us traveling and this road trip. We have already started driving. We left this morning. Guess where we're at now? Alabama! So we're now walking into the Welcome Center. I've never been to a Welcome Center before because the Georgia one was actually closed when we got there. This one looks to be open. So inside of that there wasn't very much to do, unfortunately. It was very much a couple of people who are explaining stuff about things to do in Alabama, and we sort of already have our own plans. Apart from that, it was not like, I don't know, it was just a loo. We went to the loo and that was it. You also couldn't really film because there was like 5 people in there who were just staring at us. Going over to a little map and just see what's going on around here. So we're continuing our route to Auburn to go there and have coffee, I suppose, and a bit of a cake, something like that. It's not too far. We'll be parking at the university there. So we're in Auburn now, and we have walked around uni for a little bit, and I'll take you on a tiny tour on the way back. Now we're trying to find somewhere to have like a coffee or a tea, but it looks like the Old West. It's actually quite cute in here. We found a coffee place and got myself an oat iced cappuccino. I really like those. So after coffee, we walked past Fabric and had to go in, and obviously we bought something because, you know. So now we're walking back to the car and we're going to continue our route to Montgomery. So here we have a glance of Auburn. There we go, Auburn University. It's very pretty. More bits of Auburn, but nearly at the car. We're back at the car. Let's go. Hey, so we made it to Montgomery and we're here at the Rosa Parks Museum. I do need to get some change to pay for parking and I don't have any cash. Like, I have bills but not coins, so we're gonna fix that. So we made it to a different free parking lot. At least we think that we're in the right parking spot, but we'll figure it out because they do have the wonderful towing signs. But hey, look at that, Troy! We're at Troy and there's a knight behind me. Gorgeous little towing sign, but I think it's because of the yellow line, so I'm just gonna go with that for now. Okay, we found the right entrance and now we're able to go in. We are back at the car. We just went to the museum. We were not allowed to take any photos or video in the museum, which is fully understandable. Would absolutely highly recommend it. If you're ever in Montgomery, go to the Rosa Parks Museum. It is great. It's like a film experience where you're walking through different parts of the museum. So it's like a set time that it lasts. And it is actually quite cool and quite well put together. So I would highly recommend doing that. So now we're gonna check to see what we're doing next because we're not quite sure. We're gonna see what the distances actually are to where we're staying, to the Airbnb, and some of the things that we want to do. So that's what we're doing next. So the decision has been made. So we are going first of all to see a little statue that we saw on the way here, and we will be driving to the Brothers Wright Park and looking at the little airplane that they built there. And afterwards we'll be going towards the Airbnb that we were staying, which is near the Fitzgerald house. So we're going to take a look at the house that belongs to Scott F. Fitzgerald, and then we'll check into our Airbnb. There she's at Rosa Parks. I think we have found the state capitol that we will be visiting in a bit later today. There it is. So we've made it to the Wright Park and we have found the airplane, and I cannot imagine flying in this. Can you imagine like flying to some place and then being transported in a plane like this? So cool how aviation has developed so much. The parking spots in America are a bit longer and wider. So this is the Fitzgerald house. Well, I'm too tall for these trees. Anyway, so today it's Monday, so it's closed. Otherwise, I would have loved to visit it, like 100%, but it is unfortunately closed. There you go. Pause it if you want to read it. We made it to this building and it is gorgeous. And here we have all the official buildings next to the gorgeous state capitol. I have to say that this one is probably the prettiest one I've ever seen. So we made it into the heart of the state capitol building. This is so pretty. It's a gorgeous little Senate chamber. Apparently it's still the same as it was in 1861, so I just needed to check that right there. That's so cool. So we just finished at the state capitol. Mom, we're moving our glasses real quickly. Smooth. And I would highly recommend this. If you're ever in Montgomery, go visit. It's so cool. You can literally walk around everywhere. It's insane. So this is the Civil Rights Memorial. This little guy has been digging up his snacks. Look at him digging for his food. Apparently they forget about like 50% of the places where they place food, and then they accidentally find food that others have buried. Just casually strolling around at this point and we stumbled upon this place, and it looks rather cute, I have to say. So we're now going towards the riverfront and we found a musician. It was fun. He did not live for a very long time, unfortunately. So we made it to the riverfront park, as you can tell, or at the river. We're still looking for like a place to like sit and maybe have like a beer or a glass of wine or something. Still have not found that yet. So I don't know, maybe we're just very European to think that we'll be around here somewhere, but that's fine. We're just gonna have a walk around and we'll see what happens. And we're ready for dinner. We're back in the alley, which we thought was cute. We're literally the only people here, but that's alright because it's cute. Also, it's a bit early, but you know what, whatever. Welcome back to another day in Alabama. We have left this morning. We left Montgomery and now we're driving up to Birmingham, and we're actually in the outskirts of Birmingham at a Western wear store. It's like right there. I'm gonna buy myself a pair of cowboy boots, at least that's the plan, so hopefully they have a nice proper pair of cowboy boots, so we'll bring you along. There we go, Cavender's Western Outfitters. They should have cowboy boots, right? Little OOTD. It's all from Abercrombie, but this one I've had for a while. This one is relatively new. Thought it was fitting for a Western store. And there we go, we're officially trying on boots. We did it! We have cowboy boots! I'm so beyond excited. Now we're just gonna see how we're doing in terms of the planning of our trip for today, and then we're gonna see if we're gonna grab a coffee at Dunkin's, which is literally right there. Oh, from a gas station, from Chevron. But a lot has happened. Literally fueling love at the moment. It's going well. It's going well. A lot has happened today. My tyre pressure was too low. Oh, and the fueling up is done. That was an issue, but we fixed that. Managed to fill up my tyres again. Unfortunately, the car actually gave me a notice that it was too low, which is actually quite a good thing, I suppose. Also, we went to Cavender's, which is nice, but we sort of spent a lot more time there than we expected to. So anyways, we didn't really have a whole bunch of time to go explore Birmingham anymore, so we spent a bit too much time at the store. And also, in all fairness, I made a little bit of a mistake in my planning. I thought it was an hour drive, while it actually was an hour and a half. But that's all as well. So we're now in Tuscaloosa, and the first stop was a gas station because I did need more gas. The full gas tank is about like $60, which is actually not that bad in my personal opinion. If you're from the US, it's probably very bad, but for me as a European person, it's actually very cheap. So now we're driving into Tuscaloosa. We're going to the shops for a little bit, and then we go visit the University of Alabama and see all the massive sorority mansions. I literally cannot drive with these shoes on. The platform is too thick for me to sort of feel the brake and the gas pedal, so I have to tie these shoes every single time. So we've made it to a mall, and there's a couple of shops that I really want to visit. So we're at South Boutique now. We just found some stuff at Party City, but let's do some shopping. So we didn't buy anything in South Boutique because I don't know, just couldn't find something. So now it's time to go visit Lavish. Well, I suppose we officially made it to the University of Alabama. Go on a campus tour. Sounds a bit strange maybe, but it's a gorgeous uni with massive sorority mansions, and I really wanted to see it. That's why we're here. We're definitely at the University of Alabama now and might have done some shopping. So we will be going in these buses in a minute. Let's get like a full tour. So I'm very excited to explore this uni a bit further. So we've just finished our tour at the University of Alabama, and it was quite fun, and I have to say it's a gorgeous uni and it's absolutely massive, and it's not something that we have in particularly the Netherlands at all. Even for the UK, this is like absolutely incredibly massive, and it's so pretty. Like everything is so well preserved, everything looks taken care of, and for me it was kind of a thing that I always wanted to visit because I did join a sorority in my time in the States, so I did wanted to see the ultimate sorority houses, if that makes sense. It was always on my bucket list to go visit that at one point, and now I'm in Alabama, so I figured, you know, I might as well go to the University of Alabama and satisfy my need. Can we just take a second to see how massive this stadium actually is, and then these incredibly massive sorority houses. This is like actually insane. They even have an historic landmark sign. Like these houses are insane. This one is also pretty. They're all like insanely pretty. This is ridiculous. And another one with the historic landmark sign. This is ridiculous. Look at FIMU. How is this even? This is so humongous. This is not a concept anywhere else apart from in the States. It's actually quite a cute town, I have to say. Also from the car, like the city centre looks quite cute. And there it is, the Royal Tides Bridge. That is so cute. Hey, so we're now walking around in T-Town off to the river market. Hopefully it's still open and going. I'm just gonna have a look around that and then we'll pop back into town and just have a wander around the city centre of Tuscaloosa, and then we're off to our hotel. We've made it to the river market and I could have parked here and I didn't know, so I didn't. But that's a different story. So unfortunately there is no market inside today, so we're just gonna make our way back along the river into the city centre. Look at the gorgeous sky. Honestly, that's very, very pretty. Gonna have a little bit of a Riverwalk walk, and this looks also quite pretty. You can even have a little barbecue here. So we're now heading back into downtown Tuscaloosa. Let's go up the hill. So we're having a quick lemonade stop. Mine is actually a lemonade. My mom actually has rosé. That's like a proper different colour because I still have to drive. Just had a drink and now we're walking back to the car. Honestly, it's a very cute town. It is very cute. It's kind of like industrial, but like cool industrial. So like this sort of style and then made cute with little lights and that sort of thing. To be fair, all university towns tend to be sort of cool and cute. So this is one of them, and this one is pretty great as well. So we have checked into our hotel and now we're outside because we need some grocery stuff, and we're at a super Target. So just went to the drive-thru at Chickfila, and I'm on was in there, but we picked up some Chick-fil-A. So we're ready for dinner. We got ourselves a nice bottle of rosé, just like very generic one, but that's all right, and some Chick-fil-A, and I'm very excited to have Chick-fil-A again because I haven't had Chick-fil-A in like forever. So I am excited for dinner, and I think that's probably the last thing I will film today, so I'll see you again tomorrow morning. Good morning. Next day, fit check, and the US Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville. We just drove a little bit and we've made it to Space Camp, and we're going to visit the US Space and Rocket Center, and I'm excited to see what it is like. People told me, or the internet told me, that it lasts about like 2 to 4 hours. So we're going to see how much time we're going to spend there and how cool it actually is. That is massive. We could see it from the highway driving in as well. It's absolutely humongous. This is quite cute. So Mrs. Baker, she's the first monkey to go into space and return back to life, and people are leaving her bananas. So we made it inside the Space Center. We found one. Look at this ridiculously massive rocket. We have most definitely made it to Space Camp. Like, there is rockets everywhere and a Chinook.
Loose shoes or cell phones and place them in the baskets located in front of your seat. Okay, put your head back against the...
Fun, honestly. Let's talk about absolutely massive. This is humongous, and I'm not even joking. This is so incredibly massive. Like, I don't even have words for it, how humongous this actually is. It's quite cool. I never thought about it, but obviously they can't have wheels with air in them on the moon, right? That's so cool. This is an actual piece of the moon. This is one of those. That's also cool. I know I've been saying everything is cool, but it is really cool. And we're back in an incredibly hot car, but we finished at the Space and Rocket Center, and look at my gorgeous Alabama hat. And now we're off to Sonic to have a bit of lunch, and then we're going to the Unclaimed Baggage Store, which is quite on par with what's going on right now in the Netherlands at our wonderful little Schiphol airport, which is a mess. But anyways, we're gonna shop people's lost luggage. We have found our way to the Sonic drive-in, and it's a drive-in, not a drive-through, but a drive-in. And it looks like this. You have the entire menu, a red button if you want to order, and you just like parked, just like everybody else around here. It's just parked in a row, and they're running around helping everybody out. So we made it to the Unclaimed Baggage Store. We didn't end up getting any food at Sonic because we waited there for like 20 minutes and nobody ever took our order. So we decided to just leave, and now we made it to the baggage store. So we're gonna take a look at that. Let's go inside. So this is upon entry. It's like an entire tiny museum about what happened to your luggage and how it ended up here. That's quite cool, to be fair. This is also massive. So for both of us, this was a successful trip. I ended up with a skirt that I don't know why I fit it into it, because it's a 00. I'm not a 00, but hey, it fit. Mom got 2 shirts, which are in a kind of white bag. But anyways, it was a successful trip, and now we're off to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Gonna cross the state border. So we did some more driving like we said we would, and we have made it to Tennessee. At least this one is cute on the inside. Has flyers and everything. And Dolly Parton, of course. So this is Tennessee Highway and the rest area that we were just at, and it has a Blue Star Memorial Highway thingy, which is cute, and a Welcome to Tennessee sign that we were just at, and that's why we were inside earlier today. Now we're just gonna go for a quick pee, and then we're back on the road.